Hello, warriors! Today, we're here to talk about a topic that often gets overlooked but is absolutely crucial for our well-being: self-compassion. In our journey exploring Stoicism, we've discussed how to handle adversity, exercise self-control, and be effective leaders. But today, I want to talk to you about how Stoicism can teach us to be kind to ourselves, to cultivate self-compassion. It's a deep and profound topic, so get comfortable and join me on this path of discovery. When we think of Stoicism, we often imagine unyielding and resilient individuals who stand firm in the face of life's challenges. But there's an aspect that's often overlooked, and that is self-compassion. The Stoics understood the importance of being compassionate towards ourselves, and that's what we're going to explore in this first video. You may have heard the saying, "You are your own worst critic." This thought is deeply rooted in many of us from an early age. We're pushed towards perfection, expected not to make mistakes, and when we inevitably do, we brutally punish ourselves. We tell ourselves that we're not good enough, that we should have done better. The Stoics, however, would have a different perspective. They would remind us that we are human, and mistakes are an integral part of the human experience. In fact, instead of shying away from our mistakes, we should embrace them because every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. Epictetus, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it." This is a powerful idea that can transform the way we approach our mistakes. Instead of berating ourselves for our errors, we should ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? This is true self-compassion. It's not about ignoring or minimizing our mistakes but recognizing them, learning from them, and then forgiving ourselves. When we adopt this approach, our mistakes cease to be sources of pain and shame and become tools for growth and self-knowledge. Remember, warrior, Stoicism is also about recognizing that everything is constantly changing, including ourselves. It's important to remember that change takes time. You can't expect to change your thought patterns or habits overnight. You need patience with yourself. Patience, like all virtues, requires practice. Instead of getting frustrated with yourself for not progressing as quickly as you'd like, celebrate every small step you take toward your goal. Every step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. The Stoics believed in living in harmony with nature, and that includes our own human nature. So, the next time you feel you're being too hard on yourself, remember that you're a human being with all the weaknesses and strengths that come with it. Treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion you would treat a good friend. Now, let's delve into how self-compassion can act as a catalyst for self-development and personal growth. But before we go deeper, let's examine what self-compassion exactly means from the Stoic perspective. Is it just about being kind to oneself, or is there more to it? The Stoics believed that self-compassion is about trying to understand yourself, accepting yourself for who you are, and striving for improvement, all while maintaining a kind and understanding attitude toward yourself. For a Stoic, self-compassion isn't indulgence, it's a necessary practice for growth and personal development. It's a vital part of self-awareness, and self-awareness is essential for living a good life, according to Stoic philosophy. So, how do we practice self-compassion? Start by changing your inner dialogue. Do you harshly criticize yourself when you make a mistake? Do you compare yourself negatively to others? If so, it's time to change that narrative. Instead of telling yourself, "I'm a failure," when something goes wrong, try saying to yourself, "I made a mistake, but that doesn't make me a failure." We all make mistakes, and I can learn from this. This small shift in perspective can make a significant difference in your self-esteem and self-awareness. Additionally, remember that self-compassion isn't just about you. As Stoics, we recognize that we're part of a greater whole, and our actions and attitudes impact the world around us. By being compassionate toward ourselves, we're better equipped to be compassionate toward others. Let's recall the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. As you practice self-compassion, remember that you can't control what other people think or say about you. The only thing you can control is your own actions and reactions. Focus on that, and you'll find the freedom and happiness you seek. Finally, let's explore how self-compassion can lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. As Stoics, we acknowledge that life is full of difficulties and challenges. Self-compassion provides us with the tools we need to face these challenges with grace and dignity. Instead of being harsh on ourselves when things get tough, we can offer ourselves kindness and understanding. This doesn't mean we should ignore our mistakes or shirk our responsibilities. Rather, it means we should acknowledge our mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. And here's where another aspect of self-compassion comes into play: resilience. The Stoics firmly believed in the importance of resilience, the ability to bounce back from hardships and keep moving forward. Self-compassion fuels our resilience by allowing us to accept our mistakes and failures, learn from them, and move forward without getting stuck in self-criticism and guilt. We must remember that, in Stoic philosophy, self-compassion isn't selfish. It's an integral part of our duty to ourselves and to others. By being kind to ourselves, we're able to offer that same kindness to others. We become better friends, family members, colleagues, and citizens. Self-compassion becomes, in this way, an act of love both for oneself and for others. As the famous Stoic Marcus Aurelius said, "What is not good for the beehive is not good for the bee." Therefore, loving yourself is not only good for you but also benefits everyone around you. When you show kindness and understanding to yourself, you're sending a message to the world that everyone deserves the same kindness and understanding. In conclusion, I'd like to remind you that practice makes perfect. Self-compassion is not something you learn overnight. It's a path of constant learning and growth. So keep going, warrior. Keep practicing self-compassion, keep being kind to yourself and to others. Remember, warrior, every day is a new opportunity to learn and grow. Every day, you're getting closer to becoming the best version of yourself. And that's something to be proud of. And with that, we conclude our video for today. I hope it has helped you understand how Stoicism can teach you to love yourself. Remember to subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Until next time, warriors.